All right. Okay, everyone. So I'm here with the Santa Barbara Bra lady, Jessica Sneed. She is going to chat with us for a little bit about different, what she calls problems, which I just love. I love that pun that she had. Tips and tricks, things to keep in mind when you're picking out bras, when you're getting fitted, all kinds of fun stuff. So Jessica, I connected with her through a networking group that we were part of because everyone was saying how awesome the Santa Barbara Bra lady was. So I reached out to her because I thought she would be a good connection for this group. And I did my own bra fitting with her a month or so ago. It went through the whole fitting process. It's all virtual and you can keep your clothes on. So I'm also, after this, I'm also going to post that recorded live thing. I don't know, the recording that I took from that consultation into the event as well. So you guys can look at that and see what a virtual bra fitting with her looks like if you have any concerns about the fit of your own bra. So yeah, I'm going to turn it over to you then, Jessica.
Awesome. Thank you, Brittany, for having me. And to the group, hello. If you're watching live on Facebook or Zoom or the replay, I'm so happy to be here with you. And I hope that I can give you at least one aha, something that you didn't know. Many of us are wearing bras for decades and miserable, in pain. I was, and there's a lot that we aren't taught anymore. I feel like some of this is knowledge from a couple generations ago that just it hasn't been passed down. So, um, how did I get into this though? I wanted to start with that because this is not ever something I saw myself doing. I worked at a software company for 16 years. I have my MBA and I was working in human resources and marketing. But then I quit my job to stay home with my kids. And this entire time of adulthood, I was miserable in a bra and I was actively looking for a bra and getting childcare just to go bra shopping. um, and then I found this company. I am a representative for Essential Bodywear, and I found Essential Bodywear and got fitted into a size I had never been told to try before by any of the other typical places where we get fitted. And it changed my life. And I knew right then that I had to share this with other women. So, brought me to here today and sharing my knowledge with all of you. So, um, I'm guessing that many of you have pain or are, do you want to rip your bra off after as soon as you put it on? I was to the point where, like, within an hour in the past, I really did not want to be wearing that thing. And we suffer through that. And I figured I was probably in the wrong size, but because I was going to get fitted professionally, I just thought it could never be better. um, and then COVID happened. So I was doing bra fittings in person and bra parties and things. It was so much fun to do fitting events here in my town. And then COVID hit and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And there's all those memes going out last year, like, I don't have to wear a bra anymore, because everyone was staying home. But so many women still either do have to wear a bra just for that support, or they want to. And in fact, my business grew over the last year and I pivoted to virtual, as Brittany mentioned. And I'm so grateful because now I have clients all over the country. And I just am so blessed and honored to be able to help women. And it sounds kind of silly to me sometimes to put so much weight on this, but changing your bra can change your life. It did for me and for so many of my clients. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, or several of the things I guess, are the problems that Brittany mentioned. So the most common ones I hear are the cups are digging into the ribs, the straps are falling down, there's a gap in the cup. Um, if anyone's commenting, Brittany, on the Facebook group about anything other problems, let me know.
Yeah, I was
And
going to say, I've got Facebook on my phone, you on my computer. So I've got both of them. So if anyone has any questions and you're watching on Facebook, feel free to comment and I'll pass that along to Jessica too.
Perfect. Thank you, Brittany. Um, And what else? Oh, wanting to cover back fat. And so, what I've learned is that like 80% of us are wearing the wrong size. And we might think we're in the right size because it like seems to fit. But if you're experiencing any problems, you're probably in the wrong size. So, let's see, a couple of the ones that I mentioned, I wanted to talk about how a bra should fit. And then knowing that shows you how it can solve the problems that I mentioned. So, for example, you want the band to be snug. You don't want it to be too tight, but you actually do want it to be, when it's brand new, you want it to be a little too tight because all bras are going to stretch. So what's going to happen is that bra is going to stretch to perfection instead of starting out feeling perfect, because sometimes the next band size up might actually feel better on day one, but then it causes other problems once that bra breaks in and stretches. So for example, the cups digging into your ribs could be because the band is too loose. The straps falling down could be the band is too loose because those cups, or the whole thing, those straps are sitting too far apart. The most interesting one to me is actually the gap in the cup, because it's counterintuitive sometimes. I will often have women tell me, I'm a 36B and I must be an A or like a negative A because there's this huge gap. And then I fit them and they're like an E cup. This happens all the time. And what's happening is that B cup isn't able to surround enough of her breast tissue. So there's a gap, not because the cup is too big, but because it's too small, which is like, there could also be a gap because the band is too loose. So if you're wearing your bra and you're moving your arms up and down, that bra shouldn't move with you. It should stay snug. Again, snug, not digging where you can't breathe. So it's very important to get that size right. And it's also something I never knew before this was you want to start out on the loosest hooks on the bra when it's new, and then you move in to keep it snug as it stretches out. So I finally realized with jeans that I was buying, I was always buying them where they fit the day I bought them, and then they would stretch out and it was super annoying because they're falling down, there's a gap and everything. And I couldn't stand my jeans until I realized same thing that's happening with the bras is you want them to start out too tight when you first get them. A little, you know what I mean? That difference between not squeezing into them, but just snug. And then they stretch to being perfect and comfortable. So it's the same thing with some shoes and bras. Who knew? Um, let's see. The other things that could happen is you don't want the band to ride up in the back. So that's another sort of factor about it being too big and being loose and moving when you move. It's very common for that band to go up in the back, and especially if that band isn't tight enough around you. So you want the work, the lifting, the bra, the support to come from that band and those cups. So if you've been tightening your straps to get some lift, it doesn't have to be that way. You can take pressure off of your shoulders, your neck, and your back and stand up straighter because you've got the support coming from that band. If the band isn't tight enough, it's not doing you any favors there. So let's see. For the straps, another thing I wanted to share is that you want to be able to put like two fingers under and then not be able to pull it way, up higher than that. You don't want it to feel too tight, but if you can fit the two fingers under, that's a good distance, and then they'll stay in place and not fall off, but not be too tight. Um, let's see. I also wanted to talk about bra care. So I'll transition to that now. Um, a lingerie bag can be very, very helpful. This one is ours and it's nice and huge, so you can fit several bras in here or a bunch of panties. Another little tip about a lingerie bag is if you're a mom, you can wash kids' socks in a lingerie bag and you're not like missing, where did all those missing socks go? So that's a fun tip. And then we just in California, the mask mandate just ended this week, but another thing that was really helpful is washing face masks in the lingerie bag. But going back to bras, um, you want to ideally, there's ideal and there's reality. So ideally, you want to hand wash your bras, and I call it like giving it a bra spa. So self care for the bras, Casey. um, and I'll like get it wet in my laundry room sink, and I'll get some soap on my hands, and I'll just rub the soap around. I'll concentrate on the areas like the tops of the wires. If it's a wire bra, usually get the dirtiest, you know what I'm talking about there. And just kind of rub it around and say thank you for supporting me as I'm cleaning the bra. These are like my best friends now, my bras. This is Abby. I've got Poppy and Sally and Emma over here hanging out with me. But I get it. I'm a mom and I can't always hand wash. So, and I never in a million years before learning what I know now would have even considered it. So it's a lot easier and faster than I was giving it credit. But you can put them in the washing machine. Either way, you want to use cool water, gentle soap, no OxyClean or bleach or harsh detergent. And it's ideal if you're doing the washing machine to use a bag. You want to hook the bra if you're putting in the machine so that the hooks don't catch on something or even the bag, and then put it in there. But please, however you wash them, rescue them from the dryer, whether it's hand washed or machine washed. The dryer and that heat can just damage the bra and make the elastic stretch too quickly, make the foam cups, if it has foam cups, make that be damaged too quickly. So you're protecting your investment, and hopefully that bra will last you longer if you take care of it. So it is worth it. Speaking of elastic, another thing I wanted to mention is like how many bras should you have and how often should you rotate them? So the elastic on all of them eventually is going to stretch. Our bras are made with high quality elastic, so they last you longer than other brands. But it's really important to let the elastic rest. I was wearing the same bra for years, and it was all stretched out. The whole thing, the whole size was wrong to begin with. But I had no idea that the bra will last longer if you're rotating it. So if you've got, let's say, three bras that you actually like to wear, not just like the one you love and then two others that can kind of substitute in, but three that are comfortable and fit you properly, and that you don't, you don't mind when the good one is dirty kind of thing. So you got one to wear, one to wash, one to have as a spare. And let that elastic rest. So for example, on Monday you can wear Abby, and on Tuesday you wear a different bra, and on Wednesday you can wear Abby again. So you're letting that elastic last longer by not staying stretched out all day every day. Does that make sense? um, let's see, another thing is that we can not just can, we do change bra sizes over our lifetime. Sometimes maybe in our life we're probably 10 different sizes. So when you first develop, and then throughout the years with weight gain and loss and babies and all the things, and so it's important to get fitted every 6 to 12 months, because your body has likely changed, and you really want that support to be there for you all the time. And this is another thing, I kind of thought this was bogus when I first heard it. I was like, that's a marketing gimmick, but I've seen it to be, just, I understand it now, which is a bra should not have a first birthday. um that's another because I was like wearing my old ones for so long. But the point there is just that if you refresh your lingerie, right? Mind blown. Yes, Casey, totally. But if you refresh your lingerie drawer every year, then you're staying supported. And so if you have more bras and you're rotating through all of them, no problem. There's no like hard and fast, you have to get a new bra every year. But if you're wearing the same one or two or three like all the time, it's really important, and you'll feel the support once you know how a bra should feel and what the right size feels like. it's like I'll have clients calling me and they're like, I'm ready for a new bra. I just, you feel that and you know what it's like now to be in a good size. And then, yeah, like I said, it changes everything. So let me check out the chat to see what else. That one popped up. I didn't see um, the first question. Sorry about that, Casey. Supportive smoothing, yes, and doesn't slide up the back or off the exactly. So supportive, definitely that support, 70-80% of that support comes from the band being snug enough. Smoothing can refer maybe to the back fat or to the cups here. So with the back fat, there definitely are bras that have a wider band for back fat smoothing. And usually, depending on the size of the bra and also the style, you can have anything from 2 to 4 hooks on the back of the bra to accommodate for that. And then sliding up the back, I mentioned that in terms of the band being too loose and off the shoulder. So I probably addressed that comment earlier. And then, yes, I heard that comparison as well, is changing the running shoes twice a year, but the bras totally normal, Casey. And when we know better, we do better, right? So you can kind of apply that here. And like I said, you want to, once you feel the difference and you know what right feels like, it's all about comfort and support. I used to think you had to choose between the two. And I was settling before for comfort, but it wasn't really a bra. It was just kind of like material that covered me because I don't like chafing. So I didn't want to not wear anything. And then honestly, throughout COVID, I've been homeschooling my kids. I was just, quarantining here much of the year, like everybody else. And I was still wearing a bra. I was still wearing a wire bra. So for 15 years before I found this company this size, um, I was in wireless and I found the right size and I could not believe that wire could be comfortable. I was just wearing it wrong the entire time. I was never fitted into the right size so that I could see that it was comfortable. But the moment I put it on, I was standing up taller and straighter. I had lift that I didn't even know was possible. But the most important part, the thing that impacted me that day and what made me want to just carry this forward and introduce more women to being in the right size, is the confidence that I felt. Because for as long as I can remember, I wasn't confident or comfortable with my size, and I was like, hunching my shoulders. I didn't even want to stand up straight. Like I was embarrassed to stand up straight. I'm 5'7", and I thought that if I fixed my posture, I was like trying to be better than everybody else. Like that was the mindset I had. Um, but then I had a friend tell me, let your light shine. And at that same year is when I got fitted in this bra, and I was like, I can shine now. I can be comfortable and confident. And I want that for all of you. It is possible to love your bra. So let me help you. If you'd like to do a fitting, like we said, we can do it virtually. And Brittany, definitely would love for you to share your experience. I know you're going to share the video, but how you don't, like you mentioned, don't have to take your clothes off. And
Yeah. I think like during my own fitting, I think it was interesting because I've been fitted like in department stores before and like, Victoria's Secret or, places like that before. And they always measure like around, I don't know, like just below the breast and then like fullest part of the breast. And then that's it. So I was a little surprised that I was measuring so many other things with you. I've never done that before. So yeah.
I joke, I've got this kid thing I stole from my kids, this little Twister game, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna play Twister now because I have to get really specific about the measurements and how you place it, because I'm not there to do it for you. But um I make it fun. Hopefully, have had so many women say, wow, that's the easiest and best bra fitting experience I've ever had. Not trying to pat myself on the back, but it's just sharing that it is possible to actually enjoy the experience, and then ultimately get comfortable and confident. Um, let's see, oh, let's see, left hand armpit, right hand. What is that comment referring to? I just noticed your comment, Casey.
She's playing Twister, I think, with her boobs.
I knew there was a connection. I was totally brain cell missing. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But speaking of left hands and right hands, so this is another for me. Most of us, and I want you to check yourself right now if you're watching this, most of us have the larger breast on the opposite side of our dominant hand. So that's not true for everybody. Sometimes it's the same side, sometimes there's no difference. But some of you have like a very noticeable difference, so you know right away. Yep, this one's bigger. Mine was so slight, I had no idea there was a difference. Now I can tell, but I'm right-handed and my left side is a little bit larger. So another really important factor when you're getting fitted is to fit for the larger breast, especially if there is a larger difference, because you're going to get the most comfort and support by supporting and surrounding all of the breast tissue on the larger side. So samesies. And speaking of that, in terms of cups, I talked about gap a little bit, but I also wanted to talk about, what happens is usually most of us who are in the wrong size are in a band that's too big and a cup that's too small. And so what happens to, what's very common is that we go up in the cup and then down in the band. And it's maybe this is another mind-blowing thing for me. Um, I was wearing a band that was much too big. I was adding 2 extenders to my bra because I felt like I couldn't breathe and it wasn't helping. The thing was so loose, it was floating on me, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. It didn't make any sense until what I know now. So if the band is too loose, it's going to sit too far down on your torso and be compressing your lungs like it. So it's counterintuitive, but many women need to go tighter in the band, and it'll sit and stay higher in this part of our torso where we're narrower here than we are down here. And so that band, those cups should be sitting all the way up into the crease below the girls. You want the cup to be surrounding all of that breast tissue from here to here. And then if the cup is big enough for your breast tissue, it's actually comfortable for the band to be more snug. Um, Another factor is pulling the girls into place. So when you put your bra on, if you put your arms in first and then hook behind you, you want to, scoop the girls into place after you've got the bra on. And then you want it to fit properly when you're standing or sitting up tall with your shoulders back. So that's where you check how it's fitting on the larger side in particular. If you sit down, if you lean forward, if your arms, your shoulders roll, there's going to be a gap. That doesn't mean the cup isn't the right fit. If it fits you when you're sitting up straight, then, along with other factors, then it's right. I just thought of something that left my brain as soon as it came in, but I'll try to think of that because it's just another tip about how a bra should fit. But
Yeah, I was gonna say we do have some questions though, if you wanted to
thank you,
go
please.
into that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you may have touched on this already. Let me pop over. Anastasia had asked a question in our event, and she says, I'm dying to find a bra that comes up high in the underarm and back area to keep my fat rolls from constantly rolling it down and subsequently causing the bra to dig into me. I don't like wearing my bra below the fat roll, but over it to help keep it in, if that makes sense.
Yes. Thank you. So having a style where it has a band that's wider that goes further up in the back is really helpful for that. I will say that we have back fat. I mean, it's almost, there are many women who are able to, with their body, their shape, their size, they're able to not, that isn't their biggest issue, but so many of us have it. And so part of it is like, it's part of our body and you're beautiful no matter what size and shape you are. But we do have styles that can help with that. And it goes up further here. Let's see, here's the cup. So the band goes up higher here to cover that. We have this style in wired bras and wireless bras with the wider band. So thank you for sharing that question.
So you talked about how to wash your bras and how often to get new ones, but how often should you wash your bra?
Great question. So it doesn't have to be as often as you think, which is also why I found that it's not as time intensive to hand wash as I expected it to be. So if you have several to rotate through, that also helps you, take time or extend the time in between washings. But kind of like maybe every 3 to 4 weeks. But you kind of also know if you wear that and it's a really hot day, and you're sweating in it and it's not smelling very nice, then it's time to wash it. But it definitely doesn't have to be. I don't know. I think that there's this mindset like, oh, we've got to wash it every week or something like that. But it's every, maybe if you're doing the rotation, so you've got, yeah, maybe every 5 or 10 wears, depending on how it's doing. If that makes sense.
All
Yeah.
right.
Question.
I was going to share another mind blown thing for me during our fitting as well. But so I came to Jessica because I was having an issue where I was larger on one side than the other, and I was like spilling out on one side but not the other, and didn't know what to do. And so she actually told me, and this is not something that I had ever, even thought of before, to fit the bra to the larger side and then cinch up the strap on the smaller side. And I've always just worn my bras evenly, so I didn't even think that that was even like a thing.
I know that, same for me. I would make sure that those strap hooks were exactly. I would like carefully make sure they were in the same
I like
place.
line them up and like, yeah.
Yeah, line them up. Do the comparisons. Okay, are they the same? And I mean, part of that was just like how I thought it should be, but also like, oh, if you can tell in my shirt that they're different, but you know what? Who cares about that? Because it's more comfortable, and you can get like that custom fit by having it be tighter on the small side and looser on the big side. Great, thank you for bringing that up, Brittany.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
let's see. Another thing, I wanted to show a style because this is something that a lot of women are really shocked by, is having a sports bra with molded cups and hooks and everything else. So we're used to a traditional sports bra that's just, kind of elastic. You've got to do shoulder gymnastics to get that thing off when it's sweaty in particular. And then it gives you uniboob. Nothing wrong with that, but I love showing this sports bra where you can get molded cups where it looks like a regular bra under your clothes, and then you've got hooks to take that thing off when you're done, which makes life so much easier. And I remember my tip that I was going to share a few minutes ago. So let me grab something here. I was talking about when you put your bra on, putting your hands in the straps and then hooking behind you. But that's not possible for everybody. Not everybody can reach behind them, or like you've just never tried that before. And so a lot of women put their bra on by hooking in the front and then twisting it around, and then, pulling it up and putting their arms through. So I have a little trick to make that easier for you if that's how you put your bra on. I will say, if you can choose, if you have a choice, I recommend doing your arms through and hooking behind you, because you're not stretching the bra more than it needs to be stretched. But if you can't do that, it's okay. Grab something like a cami or a scarf or a slip, something that you can put around your torso, and you're not putting the straps on. You're just putting it here around your body. And then take that bra and do what you do with the hooks, and hook it over that material. And also you want to be hooking it high so that you're at that narrowest point. And then take that whole thing and twist it around, and it's like it glides instead of trying to get the bra around you, especially if it's new and snug and tight. It seems impossible. I hope that helps many of you. Another thing I wanted to mention is about the extenders. So I was talking about how when my bras felt too tight, I was adding extenders. And that wasn't the right way to use it because I was doing everything wrong. But now that I know better, extenders are awesome when a bra is new and it feels too tight. You can give yourself breathing room with an extender, and then once it breaks in, you don't need this anymore, but you like can have one in your drawer for every time you get a new bra. Um, and that helps you, especially if you're not used to the bra being snug. That can help with just kind of your body getting used to that. But I wore one for 2 days when my bra was new and didn't need it anymore. I have maybe two clients who wear one all the time. And that's really because some women measure, this one I'm thinking in particular, she is like a 33, and bra, bands come in the even numbers. So a 32 is too tight, a 34 is too loose and causes those other problems. So for her, what's perfect is a 32 with an extender. She doesn't use the whole thing because that would cause the same problems as the 34. But she just, maybe uses one or two of these hooks, and then it's that perfect snugness around her. And if that's the case, you can like tack this to your bra, so that you're not worrying about it coming off in the wash or something. But
All right.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I don't think there's a little bit of a lag on Facebook, so I'm going to put one more shout out for anybody watching if they have any questions.
Okay.
But while that's processing through, if people wanted to work with you or do a fitting or anything, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Great. So a couple things is you can on Instagram, I'm Santa Barbara Bra Lady. On Facebook, I'm Santa Barbara Bra Lady. You can also join my VIP group on Facebook, which is Santa Barbara Bra Lady VIP. And in there, I do giveaways and sales, and you can hear about like the latest things that are going on. To schedule a fitting, it's calendly.com/Santa Barbara Bra Lady, and we can post the link for that. But I did want to let you know that if you do decide to book a fitting with me in June, a couple cool things will happen. So I will pay your shipping this month if you schedule with me in June and you're part of Brittany's VIPs. And also, if you decide to purchase, I'm going to be collecting your orders and giving Brittany referral credit for them. But Brittany, do you want to
Yeah, I
share
was
what?
just going to say any referral credit that comes in through Jessica is going to go to one of our top contributor contests. So I'm not sure, how, when, what month that's going to happen, but once we get that all figured out, that will be available as a top contributor contest prize. You can get yourself some new bras.
So cool. So I love that you're giving back and sharing those credits with your group. So
Yeah.
yeah, did any other questions come in?
No other questions. So I think we're all set. Yeah, thanks for chatting with us and hanging out with us tonight.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, hopefully I can uplift you. Um, what do you call it? Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
So thank you, ladies. Have a good evening.
Yep. And just as a reminder, I'm going to be posting the video of my fitting in the event as well. So you can take a look and see what that's like. If you're at all nervous about, new things, you can check that out before you schedule with Jessica. So yeah. All right. So I'm going to be turning off the recording here.